What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day. Today is Wednesday, November 19th. Happy Hump Day. Happy Vikings week, division game. Finally, we have had just one division game up to this point in the season. And yeah, we've got three straight on tap over the next 3 weeks. Vikings this weekend at home, Lions after that on Thanksgiving in Detroit. And then the following week, Chicago comes to town. The current division leading Chicago Bears. You don't hear that too often. We'll see if that's the case when we play them in a few weeks. But for us, it is Vikings week. Some things to look out for over the next few days. First and foremost, Josh Jacobs. Josh left the game on Sunday with a knee injury, said to be a PCL injury, and that can vary anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks recovery, depending on where you look and depending on the severity. Good news is that he is day to day. He is not practicing today, but coach said this morning that the plan is to get him healthy enough to go and that he is truly day to day. Now, you never know if that is just coach speak or, if he's trying to play the part, right? Make the Vikings scout him and prepare for him all week just for him to not go on Sunday. So we shall see if he's able to get healthy enough to go, and obviously on Sunday, definitely if he's able to go. We shall see. I would, if I had money to bet on, I probably would say he won't play, but these next few days in practice should be the tell, but we'll see. Another thing, Matt LaFleur said yesterday that hopefully soon the Packers would open up the 21-day practice window for both Jayden Reed and Marshawn Lloyd. And additionally, Jayden Reed posted a picture of himself on Twitter yesterday. No caption or anything, but hopefully that means he is close to being able to get back on the practice field. But that will not be the case today. LaFleur said this morning that he will not practice today and that he will practice when he is medically cleared. And as of today, that is not the case. So as for Lloyd, I'm just excited to see him hopefully finally healthy again. He's had a long road of injuries. He had an appendix removal last year that kept him out for the remainder of the season. Just about anything that's been able to keep him out has since we drafted him a couple of years back. So hopefully he's able to get back out there as well. Vikings-Packers Sunday, a noon game at Lambeau Field. How are we feeling? I'm excited for this one. Finally, a division game. We had one right off the bat in week one, and we have not had one since. So if you're planning on going to a Packers game this year, maybe you're planning a trip to Lambeau Field this weekend. Maybe you're planning a trip to Detroit to watch them take on the Lions. Do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market, and if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, which you won't, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else, StubHub, SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, Vivid Seats, you name it. All those guys, and TickPick is the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. I have used them over and over the years, and I've never had a problem. They are the best in the biz. Let's hop into the comment section here. And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience. Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on. Nicolet Law has just shy of 2,000 five-star reviews and have helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured, get Nicolet. Sorry, I was checking to see if I had my Nicolet Law shirt on. What do we got cooking up in the chat? It is Vikings week. The Vikings are my least favorite team in the division. I know a lot of people would say the Bears. During my lifetime, at least, the Bears have not caused any problems for me or for the Packers for that sake. But the Vikings, for whatever reason, they just kind of annoy me. So I'm excited for Sunday. Hopefully we can corral J.J. McCarthy and company and be able to get the win. But we shall see. That's why we play the games, right? My man, King AJ. Do you think Marshawn Lloyd deserves to start over Wilson or even snaps over Brooks? If Jacobs misses significant time, he needs to earn his spot back instead of just being given it back. Yeah, King AJ. The thing is, he never really had a spot, right? He was RB2 here and there during training camp. But, man, he's been so injured that he has not solidified any sort of role in the offense because he's been injured or he's been out with an appendix removal procedure. But I agree with you. He's going to have to earn everything ahead of him for sure. He won't be just jumping back in ahead of Emmanuel Wilson or even ahead of Chris Brooks. So both of those guys have earned their snaps. They're going to keep getting them as long as they keep earning them. And Marshawn Lloyd is going to have to do the same. So I'm just kind of waiting to see him on the practice field because, frankly, we have not even seen that pretty much since last training camp, which is just wild. So appreciate you, King AJ. What else we got? My man Nate in the house over on YouTube. Appreciate you, Nate. Got to button up the run defense. Did all right against the Eagles, but Panthers and Giants game just a little leaky between the tackles, even before Quay got hurt. You're right, Nate. And even after Quay got hurt, it just got worse, right? Devontae Wyatt needs to step back up. He's been a little quiet over the past few weeks. And, yeah, Quay Walker and company in the second level got to shore things up as well. We saw Edgerrin Cooper, and I know this wasn't on a run play, it was a screen, just flying in, playing a little too fast. And that's what he does well. He does well because he plays so fast. It's just he's not been able to break down and make some tackles. I think he leads the league in missed tackles, or he's right up near the top. So that's not good. So he's got to find some sort of gear to break down and make the tackle. We saw the missed tackle on the screenplay against the Giants, which ended up costing them big time. It was a 3rd and 12, and they got the first down on a 20-yard screenplay. And Edgerrin had him dead to rights, 3-4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and just kind of flew by him, tried to grab him and couldn't. He was going too quick. Gotta shore those up. That's for sure. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate you. Nick, heck yeah. Sunday was my first ever Packers game. I saw firsthand how well Packer fans travel. Go Pack, go chants the entire game. Nick, I'm happy for you. Fun but frustrating game to be at, right? You want to always see a win, but glad you had a great time. And yeah, we are the best fans in the NFL, right? We travel very, very well. I know the Bears are the number 1 seed in the division right now, but I don't think it's crazy to say the Lions are still the biggest threat to us in the division. I agree, Nick. And if you look at betting markets, I'm not a sports betting guy, but I see posts like this all the time. Like Kalshi or Poly Market, they kind of put out the current chances that each team has to win the division. And even with the Bears being in first place right now, they are still in third as far as their chances to win the division by a long shot. I think the last time I looked, it was the Packers and Lions up there, in the 40-ish% range. And the Bears were all the way down at 18%. So just kind of goes to show what the betting world thinks of Chicago. And obviously they can't control their schedule, but their schedule has been a little bit on the lighter side so far this year. I think they've only beaten teams with a record below 500. They have a negative point differential, even though they are 7-3. But like I said, you can't control who's on your schedule, and they're winning the games that they're playing. So you got to give them a little bit of a little props there. And this weekend, again, they might be facing a Steelers team that might be missing Aaron Rodgers. So they're getting these lucky breaks that are frustrating to watch. But if we end up playing them in the playoffs and send them home, it'll be that much sweeter. So thank you, Nick. Appreciate you. A different Nick. MLF is going to try to run the same offense without Jacobs. It's going to be a problem. Well, Nick, didn't you watch the game on Sunday when Jacobs went out? Things opened up big time. So I have no worries that he's going to keep running the same offense that we do with Jacobs without Jacobs, because the offense that we run with Josh Jacobs is not working. So whatever he did after Jacobs went down is working. So hopefully he continues to do that on Sunday against Minnesota. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you for hopping in. What else we got? Shane, what do you think about incorporating Malik Willis in some more to revive our offense? Yeah, I've seen this question pop up. It kind of reminds me of the days when Drew Brees was with the Saints and they had Taysom Hill. I just always felt that for their sake, taking your Hall of Fame quarterback off the field for any reason is probably not the smartest thing to do. And obviously Jordan's not a Hall of Famer yet. But taking your $220 million quarterback off the field, just for some reason, I'm not a fan of, and I love Malik Willis. He came in and balled out. Every time he's been called upon, he's been balling out. But I wouldn't personally take him off the field, but I would understand if they did for a play here or there, like a read option type of play or a tush push or a QB sneak type of thing. But we shall see, right? How do you think the second matchup with the Lions will go? We are going to cream them. Come on, Shane. No, really, though, it's going to be a tough game in Detroit. We have had a hard time playing in Detroit outside of that Thanksgiving game a couple years back. It's kind of been a tough spot to play, even with Rodgers. And I think this time around, everybody's going to be more suited or more ready to play as opposed to week one from the Lions' perspective. And, yeah, Dan Campbell's going to have his guys ready to rock, and they're probably going to try and make it into some sort of revenge game, and it'll work. They're going to get their guys fired up, and they're going to come out ready to play. It's just, the question is, are we? So hopefully we are ready for the task. A short week, an away game against a division opponent on Thanksgiving. Yeah, that is going to be a good game to watch. I'm excited for it. But first, let's take care of the Vikes. Let's cream them, and then let's go into Detroit and cream them too. Jesse, Vikings offense, even with J.J. McCarthy, scares me a little. You know what, Jesse? This thought crossed my mind earlier too, specifically thinking about all of their skill guys, right? If we're going to let the Giants and their practice squad guys go up and down the field on us, what are we going to do against Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, even Jalen Naylor, TJ Hawkinson, and our old buddy Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason? I mean, they've got a bunch of guys. And, yeah, we're going to have our hands full if we sit back and let McCarthy just spread it around to those guys with ease. So got to get back to sending an extra blitzer here and there to switch things up, because our front four is just not getting home as much as we need it to by themselves. Unfortunately, even with Micah, we're not getting home as much as we need to. We need to generate some pressures. So hopefully they'll blitz a little bit more this weekend, and I think that's hopefully going to be a key to success on Sunday against the Vikes. Eli, did you see what Coach said about Rashawn Gary? I did, Eli. That was pretty interesting. So Rashawn Gary only played 39 of the total 72 snaps on Sunday for a few reasons, according to Matt LaFleur. One of those reasons being is that he's never been a high snap count guy. Just another reason being a product of how the game went, and then another being that Kingsley Enagbare has earned more snaps. Those sound to me like three sorry excuses. Rashawn Gary is making $24 million a year, and he's the 13th highest paid edge rusher in the NFL. And he's supposed to be out there opposite of Micah Parsons, who Micah played 61 of the total 72 snaps. So just an answer that I'm not going to gloss over from Coach there. That was a sorry answer. Sorry, Coach. Love you, but he's never been a high snap count guy, and it's just a product of how the game went. And if Kingsley Enagbare is earning more snaps than Rashawn Gary, then we have got a problem on our hands. So Rashawn Gary should be out there a lot more than a little over half the snaps on defense during a game. Hopefully he can turn it around here this weekend, but so far, not great. So as of recent from Rashawn Gary, the first couple games he was good, had a few really good games, but recently has not been good. All right, one more here from my man Nick. Thoughts on Haversick? Should we give him one more shot? I'm pretty sure the win took his second extra point miss, but I think the first one he straight up missed. I think we give him one more shot against Minnesota. I agree, Nick. I talked about this yesterday a little bit. I'm in agreement with you as far as giving him a little leeway with the win because you were there, so you would know. But everybody is talking about how that win on Sunday was something serious. The players, the coaches, the people in attendance, I'm sure you can attest to that. So I have a little bit of action forgiveness with Haversick, but I think we give him one more shot on Sunday, and if there's any hiccups, then I think he's got to go. As far as being a starter, you probably got to hang on to him just because Brandon McManus has been pretty injured. But yeah, I think we give him one more shot on Sunday. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always, always, always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.